Attitude Broadcasting presents BSS Carolina with your host, Rocky. JPP, not only are you a giant, but you're a dummy giant.
Giant dummy.
You'll be in the same unemployment line as Steve Clifford. New job, Release Roberts. Linsanity's a hornet. They call us hockey experts. Easy.
You know who the next Jordan is? LeBron. It's not his fault. It's just because I like playing devil's advocate. Never again. Hall of Famer. Tannehill. Game over. Don't worry. I'll wait. We've all said it. None of us are hockey experts. I guess we are. We're beating hockey experts.
And big shots.
PJ Harrison. Rudy Gobert. JPP. What a dingling. Linssanity. I said better. I didn't say good. Roy Hibbert. What a dingling. If Duncan gets the 7 rings, not his fault. With Jordan, you got plenty of money. Get you a driver. Bump that. Side pieces. Ronda Rousey.
You can listen to the show on Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. And follow us on Twitter at BSSCarolinasLateNFLGamesShow10-20-2016. Welcome back to BSS Carolinas on Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Joining me today once again is BBB with his Uggs, Big Shot, and his Uggs. Also, the real Scott Ely.
What's up?
And Kai is here.
I'm gonna have a name. I'm gonna make up a name.
We're gonna get you.
I gotta get a name for this because you guys got cool names here. So,
well, Scott ain't got a cool name. Well, actually, he did. He had Mr. No Days Off, but now he's off. So
yeah, for once,
it's just the real Scott Ailey.
see, yeah, just you add something a little spin.
RSC,
like that.
baby.
we'll think of something, man. Give me a week.
I have a nice, a nice regular life name. A nice 1-syllable 3-letter name, but I need a radio name.
I like that, man. Let's get into today's show. On today's show, we got the late NFL games, players of the week. Then we'll talk about NBA a little bit. 2 words for you, and bon voyage. But first, who are you sitting at the bar with this week?
I am sitting at the bar with.
I ain't say not yet.
Oh, put the music on.
I'm playing it.
Drunken on the run, I'm sitting at a bar on the inside, waiting for my ride on the outside.
Who you sitting at the bar with?
In the trailer park, so I jacked the keys to her father's car and crashed that Chevrolet and then stepped away.
To the bar. All right, who you sitting at the bar with there?
Russell Westbrook.
Why Westbrook?
Week after week, these different reports come out. Durant and Westbrook were just work friends. Durant's playing real basketball now that he's in Golden State. Durant feels like this is a family, like he's never had this before. Durant's learning so many more new things with Golden State. Oklahoma was just throwing shot after shot after shot at Russell. Russell, what you gonna do when you get on the court against Durant and the Warriors, man? Are you gonna take it to Durant's team? Are you going to put it on them, man? Can you win the MVP award and knock them out the playoffs? That would be so sweet for all these experts that got all this money on Golden State, man. For them to lose to Oklahoma City.
That would be great.
That would be funny.
Do y'all want to sit at the bar with anybody this week? Anybody you would sit, talk to, have a drink?
I mean, I want to sit with Matthew Shane from the Colorado Avalanche. Did you see that hit he took?
No.
I want to sit at the bar with him and be like, "Hey, man, how did that feel? You need to watch that video." I'll
have to look at it.
He got hip checked by Dmitry Orlov and did a whole flip in the air. That's why I just want to sit at the bar with him and be like, "Man, how does that feel? You're acrobat on the ice right now."
All right. Anybody you want to sit at the bar with?
I want to sit at the bar with Geno Smith.
Well, hopefully he's not throwing you sliding shots down because they get intercepted.
Yeah, Geno, this is it for you, baby.
You better step up.
This is it. You have 2 other youngins on that sideline that they're trying to groom.
Yep.
And they will not hesitate to pull you. You're on a short leash. please get the ball to Brandon Marshall as much as you can.
I think that's a good choice because you need to have a bar sit with him at the bar for 1 week because as much money as he makes right now, in next year he probably won't be making that money.
Right.
So you better enjoy it.
Yeah.
I am sitting at the bar with the best hitter in the Major League Baseball the last 2 seasons. He is a former New York Met. And now he's sitting at home because my Dodgers put him there. Daniel Murphy and Illinois Scott. So I'm sitting at the bar with Daniel Murphy.
Good. You can throw beer in his face for me.
Mr. MVP of the season.
Can I actually change mine now because I just
Sure.
read an article? I want to sit with Charlie Sheen.
For what?
Because there is a social media petition to have him throw out the first pitch in the World Series.
Oh, the
Oh,
For Cleveland.
yes.
In Cleveland.
You know what? That would be good.
I just read it, so I'm just like, I want to see what Charlie Sheen be like.
thing. Bring him out to that theme song and everything.
Actually,
some shots
you should
and
have
everything.
him.
and Wesley Snipes.
I was going to actually
Say
say
hey,
Tom
Willie Mays,
Burson.
hey.
Tom Berenger.
Berenger. Thank
You know what? I
Should
think
do
you
the
should
catching
have
for that.
every home game. You know, I think they'll have 4. If
They'll have 4.
If it goes 7. Yeah, if it goes 7.
so have one each game, home game from the
For Major
different
League.
from
Major
have
League.
Wesley Snipes,
Corbin,
Tom Berenger.
Yeah, Corbin.
I don't know. Charlie Sheen could probably throw a pitch.
Because we
No,
know
Charlie
LeBron
should.
James is probably going to get game 2 because he's going to be busy
Oh, yeah.
for game 1. That's going to be a great night in Cleveland. You can
No,
go
because
watch
he'll
the
be too
banner
busy throwing the
getting
rosin
raised,
back up in the air.
And they'll be unveiling the new 100-foot poster of LeBron James. Thank you, Nike. And then the World Series will start about an hour later.
That would be great.
That's going to be awesome for Cleveland.
Going back to the rest of the football games, the Bucks at the 49ers. Who y'all got? Oh, can we just say the Bucks?
Yeah, that's just.
All right,
The Bucks.
All right,
Yeah.
Bucks. All right.
Please.
Chargers at Falcons. Anybody want to go any different?
No.
All right, Falcons.
Falcons.
Patriots at Steelers. Anybody going different?
Without Big Ben, yeah, Patriots. With Big Ben, Patriots.
With Big Ben Patriots.
That's gonna be ugly. I'm just saying. Seahawks at Cards. I think we may disagree on that one.
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
This is going to be a tough one. Arizona smoked them last year in Arizona. I'll take Arizona at home, man.
Is Palmer starting?
Palmer
Yes.
is starting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Palmer's
But
yeah.
they're running the ball a lot more.
Because David Johnson is probably the best back in the game.
He is the
Whoa,
best back in the
whoa,
game.
whoa.
He is the
whoa.
best back.
David
Somebody
Johnson
Dallas
was
better.
running behind
Oh,
Dallas.
don't do that argument.
But
yeah, there's
David
no
Johnson
way.
is so patient, and his acceleration
And
when
is
he
a-
needs to explode
he
through
is
the
a
hole.
running
No, I
and
agree with you
another
that.
level.
I
It's other
agree.
level.
I agree with you that he's good, but stop the with these behind the Dallas Cowboys
But we're going to
offensive
do
line.
it because we know how good the Cowboys' offensive line is.
If Barry
that's
Sanders
fine,
had
but-
Dallas Cowboys,
Exactly.
I'm so tired of hearing that.
Barry Sanders would have ran
You
for
never know.
20,000.
You never know. You never know. Eric Dickerson. Okay. No, you never know.
oh man,
The perfect running back was behind the line at the right time. I'm going to Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. All right. The Cardinals will not be able to run the ball like that against the Seahawks. They will not pass it well. I see the Seahawks win this game.
I don't know.
I got Arizona, man.
got
Arizona, I think Johnson's going to throw up 100 yards
And-
rushing.
and-
Carson Palmer's back. I mean, I think Brown and Fitzgerald are going to go.
But if you look at the teams the Cardinals have beat, they have been bad. They beat the Jets. Okay, really? Tampa Bay they beat. Really? They have been bad teams that Arizona's beat. They have not been a good team yet. I don't think they do it this week.
yeah, I think Seattle wins that game.
Yeah.
They disappointed me week 1, especially
Yeah.
the Cardinals. I mean, a Gronkless and Bradyless Patriots team you look like crap against.
The Texans at the Broncos. Who wins this one? This is a good game. Brock returning to Denver.
The Broncos, they know all of Osweiler's tendencies. He's not good, man.
Nope.
They going to get all over him, man.
I'm going with Denver. Elway's kind of looking like a genius for not. But it's kind of the flip side of what I said about Bradford returning to Philly to have a good game. Osweiler's not going to win in Denver. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen.
I'm going to say Denver. I mean, I think Simeon's playing better than Osweiler. Better running back. And they're just the defense.
Better defense, man. Osweiler's a target.
Now, if J.J. Watt was there,
It'd be something.
that would be kind of a toss-up, but no.
They will be headhunting this game, Brock Osweiler. They're going to try to hurt him. He'll throw at least 3 picks if he even plays that long. Denver's going. This is going to be horrible. Even though I don't think Trevor Simmons is that much better.
No, he's not.
He's
good
better for
either.
what the system is.
Yeah.
He's as good as the system.
I mean, the last couple weeks he's looked awful too. So
They can go call Peyton week 10. Come on back, Peyton. Come on back, Peyton. Let's make this last run.
please don't do that. His injured
nah,
neck.
Simeon's so much better than Peyton Manning, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, at this point in the season, he crazy to say, but
All right, let's go into players of the week.
You are my sunshine.
All right, who's your sunshine players of the week?
Let me start with Andrew Miller, former Yankee. If the Indians go on to win the World Series, they need to get Brian Cashman on the phone and say, we're going to ship you a ring, because Andrew Miller has been dominant. He comes in, goes to 3-4 innings. He can even close the game. If the Indians have a lead in the 6th inning and they bring Andrew Miller in, he's been lights out. And he won the ALCS MVP last night. Way to go.
He deserved that. Does anybody else have any players of the week this week?
He had
Hockey
one
or
of
anything?
mine. He had one of mine, Andrew Miller. I mean, to go from the Yankees to Cleveland and just be that shutout all year and then win the MVP. Patrick Lane, for me, from the Winnipeg Jets, had a hat trick last night against the number 1 overall pick, Austin Matthews. To win the game in overtime, the third goal, it was just, I couldn't believe I said it was actually a really good game last night. And Austin Matthews had a chance to win it, and he choked. He had a breakaway goal opportunity in overtime and choked.
Choked it away.
And Patrick Lane got the puck right after that and scored the overtime winner.
I've got a couple. Clayton Kershaw, Game 2 pitching performance, shutting out the Cubs in Wrigley was huge. Justin Turner, Yasmani Grandal for the Game 3 homers against Arrieta. Dodgers shut out the Cubs 6-0 in Game 3. First time in franchise history, Cubs won 2 games in the same postseason. They were shut out. And then last night, the Cubs routed the Dodgers 10-2. Rizzo lit up. Anderson Russell hit homers. And Urias pitched good, but Rizzo got going. Hopefully tonight the bats don't do the
I was
same.
say you knew one eventually.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Those Cubs bats were going to wake up.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is, Chapman has not gotten in yet.
We can hit Chapman. He has. He got in Game 2, and we hit him pretty well. I ain't worried about Chapman.
Oh no,
they
he
need
got-
to worry
he got
about
better.
Jansen.
If the Cubs go in tonight, the 8th inning with a lead, Chapman comes in for 6 outs.
All right, we'll talk about it because Jansen is going to play. They can't hit Jansen either. Let's talk about NBA basketball a little bit. Kings and Heat discussing trade Rudy Gay for Goran Dragic.
They need to do something down in Miami. They got guards. They can play that Richardson kid at the one guard.
Josh Richardson.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what it is with Rudy Gay. I think from now to the end of his career, he's going to be on a bunch of like 1-year contracts.
He's like Vin Baker to me, man. Mm-hmm. Good player, all-star caliber. Not the guy to get your team to the playoffs.
All right, we'll go by division real fast. Southwest, Rockets, Grizzlies, Spurs, Mavericks, and Pelicans. There's already rumors that the Spurs may trade LaMarcus Aldridge because it's not working
I'm
out.
surprised by that.
I knew it wasn't going to work out.
They say
have
it's not
to.
working
with,
out.
With Pau Gasol, who's going to play?
You can play him play Paul at the 5, play him at the 4.
Right, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, and then you play Leonard at 3.
Pau's I think too small to be.
See,
a
San
5.
Antonio
don't need it.
is asking LaMarcus to do something he doesn't want to do. Play defense.
Mm-hmm. Right.
LaMarcus wants to play pick and pop and shoot the ball. I don't know why he left Portland. He could have made so much more money, and now Portland
he
is
would have
a
been with
whole
Lillard.
lot better. And Damian Lillard is an all-star guard for more years to come.
Right.
I don't know what his thinking was, who was talking to him when it was time for him to make the decision.
I think the reason he went is because it's San Antonio.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be in that top 2 or 3 teams
He was
every
thinking
single year.
he was thinking the same thing Kevin Durant was
And
thinking.
you got Kawhi Leonard You joined up Kawhi Leonard. You joined up with Gasol. You didn't know Tim Duncan was leaving. They've got pieces. You playing one of the best coaches in NBA history. No offense to Terry Stotts in Portland, but Portland was never going. Portland would never be one of the top 3 teams in the West, no matter what they do, unless they add another piece. They're not McCollum and Lillard will never get to that point of San Antonio.
If they get another strong wing player and one of those bigs that they picked up, if Vonleh potential comes out to be what people thought Vonleh could be,
just like MKG.
He should have never left Portland, man. Portland would be a top 3 contender with that lineup right now if he was still.
I disagree. I don't think they'd be better than San Antonio if he wasn't there.
But these star players. If I go to a championship culture, it's just add me and Stir. We're going to get a ring right away. It doesn't work like that.
No.
LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. It took time to figure out.
Yep. You can't win it right in season 1. So who do you have winning the Southwest Division?
Spurs.
But I'm not going to sleep on Houston. Houston can score the ball, man.
You think the Rockets have a chance?
Rockets have a chance to win this division.
D'Antonio as the coach.
Yeah.
No, my God.
They're going to get up damn near 100 shots a game. They're going to be scoring close to 120 points a game.
Who?
The Houston Rockets.
Who is going to score besides James?
Eric Gordon has been a
when he's
savior
healthy,
right now for Houston.
And now James Harden is the de
The
facto
point
point
guard.
guard
Yeah.
now,
Exactly.
which he was playing anyway. But my God, now
But then he doesn't have to have a non-scoring guard, Patrick Beverly, out there with him now.
Who is the low post? You got I understand, you get rid of Howard, but who's playing down low?
What's his name?
I
can't.
Kimbo?
Mota Eunice.
Mota Eunice, that's what I'm saying. Mota Eunice.
They
really?
They want to spread the floor. You're going to see Trevor Ariza, Corey Brewer. You're going to see Golden State pretty much in Houston. Everybody's going to the small ball. Let's get up and down the floor game. And San Antonio, I think this is the year you see the chinks in the guards' armor with those old guards with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, guys that are 35, 36. And with no Duncan down there, Duncan was the anchor for so many years. They're going to miss Tim Duncan, man.
All right.
I really like the Spurs. I think the Spurs.
You got Spurs. You got Rockets.
I'm going to take the Rockets.
Really? You take it? I took the Rockets last season, and it didn't work.
You were taking the bad
Rocket
team
don't
with
bet
Dwight
against
Howard.
Pop. You just can't bet against
never.
Pop.
Bingo. The devil I know is Pop.
Houston won this
All right,
division
so
2 years ago.
And-
They ain't winning it this year.
And you can bet against D'Antoni. I don't trust any team he ever coaches.
I think the one team you should watch out for is the Grizzlies. Here's why, okay?
I still like them.
The Grizzlies, you bring off Zach Randolph off the bench this year. They added
Chandler
Parsons. They
a big
added in. Hey, it is a big add. The dude can play. He can shoot.
Parsons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chandler Parsons can play.
He's injury prone.
He's
too.
very injury prone.
He is.
And he has the best agent in the world.
Another
he
one,
does.
I wouldn't watch
He's
out.
on a second $90 million contract.
Right.
He's on a.
I wouldn't sleep on Dallas this year because I think Dallas is going to be much improved, even though they pretty much got the same roster. Because I think Harrison Barnes can be
and
a
Bogut
very
is
good
gonna
player.
add a lot.
Bogut's some help. You still got Nowitzki. The problem with them is
Barnes is too inconsistent,
right.
man.
If he's the guy, the Pelicans. Watch out, Anthony Davis, the unibrow back this year.
They just still don't.
They
have
lost
They
a
don't
lot,
have
but
enough.
still.
They don't have any good wing players.
No.
I'm not sold on Buddy
Never,
Hield.
not at all.
Especially
Buddy
after
Hield.
that Final Four game when they got smoked by 50 by Villanova, and he didn't show up.
Let's move to the Pacific. Does anybody question if the Warriors win this division?
Easily.
Easily?
They're going to win this division by about 15 games.
They should. They're going to score. They're going to score both massive.
They
low
might
points.
set the new single season record again.
I
win.
don't think they win
I don't think
73
they win.
games.
I
don't know,
I think
man.
they win 68 games. I think about
But
68.
it should be in the high
If they
60s.
don't,
Yeah.
it's going to be close.
I think
Yeah,
they
it's-
win 65, maybe 68.
I think-
And I'm going to tell you, do what?
I think they win 68 games, yeah.
I think there's a team in the division that's going to go farther than them in the playoffs.
Who?
I'll tell you. I don't think they win the division, but the Warriors win this division. The Northwest, the Wolves, Blazers, Thunder, and Jazz and Nuggets. Is anybody going against the Thunder?
No, Thunder win.
No.
Thunder win that
I
division.
like Portland. I think it's going to come down between Oklahoma City and Portland. They're going to be battling all year.
I think Westbrook, he I think he's going to play like a man possessed.
And watch out for Minnesota, man.
I was getting ready to say, nobody's saying anything about Minnesota.
I still give them a
with
couple
Tom
more years.
Tebow.
I still give them a couple more years, and we'll have to see then if Cat and Wiggins are not screaming to get the hell out of there. like everybody else does.
I think they realize they have a good thing, man. In the next 3 to 5 years, Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins are probably going to be the top 2 players in the league, man. Karl Anthony Towns is already well on his way to being the top big man in the league.
You see the poll they had yesterday of GMs who would you take to build your team around?
Right
Karl
now?
Anthony Towns over LeBron.
I mean, because LeBron's 31-32. We know LeBron, his time is ending. Towns is
I'm talking about like
21.
Well, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about prime LeBron or young LeBron. I think I still take LeBron still.
No, if they were the same age, everybody would take LeBron. Yeah. But if you're taking them where they're at
right
now,
Cat.
Russell Westbrook is going to be MVP this year. I don't think
a lot
there's
of
no
people are
question.
saying
He plays like a man possessed.
Russell Westbrook will be MVP.
and he's going
I
to
don't
play
think
with
anybody's
such a
gonna
huge
be
chip on his shoulder.
Exactly.
But for him to be MVP, they have to be like a top 2 team in the West.
They will be a top 3. They will be 4.
I think
they'll be in the top 4.
I think
top 4.
I think there will be 4.
Because there's going to be so much on his shoulder. But a team to watch out for in this division is Minnesota. I think you watch out for them. I think you watch out for Utah.
Gordon Hayward got hurt.
Hayward got hurt, but if he comes back,
right.
I still don't think they were a top team. But I'm going to Thunder in this one.
Minnesota just still a year too early.
Yeah.
But Utah has a good young team too.
And Minnesota still lacks outside shooting,
They
man.
do.
They need somebody who can shoot the 3.
And they haven't addressed their point guard situation. Are they going to trade Rubio or what?
Get Rubio out there, get rid of Zach LaVine, roll with Chris Dunn, and try to get you a shooter.
So who wins? Who's the sleeper team in the West that you wouldn't sleep on to make a run?
Oklahoma City.
That's not really a sleeper.
I'd
not a
say
sleeper.
any other team
That's not
besides
a sleeper.
Oklahoma and
Oklahoma
Golden
City,
State.
Golden State, and San Antonio are not sleepers.
Give me the Dallas Mavericks. Rick Carlisle is still a great coach, and they've added pieces. Can they win a chip? Probably not, but they could.
But
they could surprise somebody.
I was
in
actually
the
going to say
playoffs.
Dallas. I mean, you still got Dirk, who can still shoot. They added a center. They make the playoffs and maybe win the first round matchup.
Depends.
I don't know if this team's a sleeper or not, but I got them actually going all the way to the conference finals to with Golden State. This is a team everybody's kind of written off, the Clippers.
Yeah,
I think this is it for them. This is it.
This
is it.
It's got to be, man.
This is it.
I was going to say them. Well, I'm going to talk about them, but the Kings, watching them to try to make a playoff run this year. All right, who wins the West real fast?
The Warriors.
Everybody's agreeing. Y'all agreeing the Warriors?
It's going to be the rubber match in the finals.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to Clippers. I don't. Nice. Here's why. All right. The Clippers have an inside presence. The Warriors don't. All right. There's still a bunch of jump shooting players.
But the thing
there
is,
is no inside game.
But
and when it gets to playoff time,
game.
you do when you get to the playoffs.
But
look at what they did against the Cavs. The Cavs backed them down,
but the
beat them up.
Cavs' inside presence can shoot.
I'm just saying. So can
I was going to say Andre Drummond, but
and they can put and they can give you buckets. See, the problem with the Clippers, their front line, I don't trust them in the playoffs because Chris Paul has to do so much. You can't give the ball to DeAndre Jordan and tell him to do something.
Because if he gets fouled,
you almost can't do it with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, for the Clippers to win the championship, to win it all, like you say they will, Blake Griffin has to be the best player on the team.
Right.
He has to be.
Right.
But since he's been there, Chris Paul's been the best player.
Right.
And there's only so much you can ask of a 6'1" point guard.
I think this is a year that Blake sends back. I think after last year was an embarrassment. I think he rebuilds on it.
I don't know.
And I think this is the year. They have to do it this year.
Now, if the Clippers...
And this is it. They have to do it this year because everybody's getting older. Paul Pierce is done after this year. He wants to go out on top. They still got Crawford. J.J. Redick can score. This is the year they can do it.
The Clippers need a 6'7", 6'8" athletic wing player.
They
We traded for one.
They've
Go
always
get Shabazz
They need
Muhammad
to go
from
get Rudy
Minnesota.
Gay.
They-
Call
yeah.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Rudy Gay available?
That's
But
what they've been
they
lacking
say
for
he's
2 years
available.
now. A wing 3. Paul Pierce, they thought they could get out of here. No.
Because when you're lining up a best 7-game series against the Golden State Warriors, you need somebody that's 6'7" that can stay in front of Klay Thompson. You need somebody that can stay in front of
But
Kevin
you
Durant.
need, if
Yeah.
you're playing the Warriors, you have to play a half court.
You got to slow
style.
it down.
All right, don't try to run them, and that's been the problem with LA in the past.
But we know
They
J.J.
have to
Redick
slow
can't
it down
guard
this
Klay
year.
Thompson, and they have no answer for Kevin Durant. None. And if you're asking DeAndre Jordan to guard Draymond Green around the three-point line, he can't do that. He doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of issues.
I mean, you take him
You
away
look at
from
the
his bread
Clippers
and butter in the paint.
in the paint. He wants to play in the paint.
Last year was my pick of Houston to get to the finals, and that didn't work out great. So, yeah, I did.
He did.
He liked Dwight Howard, and
No, I hate Dwight Howard. I
Dwight
absolutely
Howard
hate
is
Dwight
a
Howard.
bum.
I hate Dwight Howard, but I went with Houston because I thought with the addition of Ty Lawson, who can't stay on a team. Yes. So anyway,
He's still in Dallas? Where's
no,
no, he's in Atlanta.
He's in
Atlanta.
Sacramento, I thought.
no, Dwight
No.
Howard, he's in
Oh,
Atlanta.
Atlanta's
No,
Dwight
I'm
Howard.
talking
No.
about Ty Lawson.
Ty Lawson,
okay.
Indiana.
I thought he
I thought it was
Sacramento.
Indiana. Pacers.
No, I don't think it's Pacers because they just got
I
Jeff
think
Teague.
it's the
That's right.
Kings. I think the Kings actually.
Well, there you go. That's the reason the Kings will make the playoffs. No, I'm just kidding. Let's move to baseball. Indians won the series in 4 games to 1 over the Blue Jays. Congrats to the Indians. Reached the World Series for the first time since 1997. They've not won a Major League Champions World Series since 1948. The Dodgers and the Cubs are tied at 2 games apiece. The Dodgers got stomped last night 10-2. Real fast, who meets the Indians in the World Series? Do you see the Dodgers coming back to win any more games? We've got Kershaw pitching Game 6. I will tell you we'll probably lose today because we've got Maeda going against Lester, and I do not see us winning today's game. I'm hoping we do, but I don't see it.
I mean, last Game 4 was just so funky from the start for the Dodgers. Turner got picked off of second base in the first inning.
Also, Adrian Gonzalez on that play at the plate, he was safe as
and
day.
got called out.
And it's
Got
funny
called
to
out.
me how that play affected the Dodgers, and then a bunt by Sobres can affect the Cubbies. Did everybody else notice that as you watch the game? The one bunt got them going to
them
hit.
going.
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
Chase Utley with a just unforeseen error. I mean, it didn't cost him at the time, but I mean, it was just a whole bunch of funky stuff going on for the Dodgers. When they just said Gonzalez was out, you just had to know as a Dodger fan, it was not your night. And I think the best thing that could have happened is they got blown out. If it would have been a close game, then, damn, man, we lost at the end. We didn't do enough. No, you got blown out. You gave up a lot of crap hits. It was just a bunch of bad stuff. One hit, Jock Peterson makes a great diving catch. Then he throws it over the backstop, and more runs are coming in. I've never seen so many unforced errors by one baseball team in an LCS.
Well, both teams had the most errors ever in a playoff game. We had 6 altogether.
It was incredible. So I think the Dodgers play better tonight if they can somehow get on the Cubs early.
Yeah.
Get into that
They're going
bullpen.
to have to hit John Lester, and the Dodgers, I don't think, can hit John Lester.
We hit John Lester good game 1. We
know, there's
scored 3
only-
runs off of him in game 1.
But most of
and
the
we had a good chance to win that game.
Those starters against John Lester in their career, they're not good. They're hitting in the hundreds. They're not even
Right. I know.
They're not even the 200s.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Can they do it?
And let me say the Dodgers lineup. I think you need to sit Reddick. You need to sit Peterson. Move Tolles to center. Get Ethier out there, man. Ethier came in and had an exciting bat that got that rally going in the 5th inning.
One other thing I would suggest is let's bat Tolles at leadoff.
Yeah.
Okay, because Chase Utley is not working. Howie Kendrick, those guys, we need to have people that can work into the counts. I think the reason we've been effective in the first 3 games is because we got the pitchers into deep counts early on. And the first 5 innings, you had to take them out. I mean, look at Arrieta. We got those guys out of the game. That's what we got to do against Lester. We didn't do against Lackey last night because we were swinging first pitches, and Lackey went the whole
And
game
I
if he
mean,
needed to.
Besides Turner, Seager, and Gonzalez, I mean, Peterson is damn near a guaranteed out.
Right, because of
Every
strikes out.
time he comes to the plate.
And matter of fact, instead of Ether, listen, you're gonna laugh at me, but I want Yasiel Puig.
Puig has actually
Here's
been
why.
playing well.
The last game he played, he got 2 hits.
And the Dodgers
He's
won.
right. He needs to be in the game. I would rather lose a game with my best players on the field than them not
Man,
being
I
out
don't
there.
know, but you're going to need a guy on the bench that can come in, pinch hit for a pitcher.
That could
Save
be
Andre
Peterson.
Ether. Save Ether.
But the thing is, you might as well have the pitcher hit if you're going to put Peterson out there.
Yeah, because Peterson is a guaranteed
Like,
out.
Right.
man.
You want to have that 1 or 2 guys on the bench
Then Chase
that can
Utley.
give you a hit.
Put Chase Utley on the bench.
I've got one, Carlos Ruiz. He had a home run in game 1 coming off the bench. He's a good
I
right-handed
think
hitter.
you got to get your better bats more at bats,
Right.
not 1 bat a game
We-
or 2 bats a game, and you let Jock Peterson go up there 4 times.
The problem with Jock is he's not working the count. 3 pitches, he's
Well,
out.
yeah.
and his
You
batting
know,
stance
strikeout
is
hitter.
awful.
Yeah,
his batting stance is absolutely
Now,
awful.
listen, the power is great, but if he's going the way he's swinging at the ball right now, he needs to be set. And you play Tolles. I'm telling you, let's put Tolles at the top of the order because he's better. He's got more speed and he works the counts.
I mean,
I like Andrew Tolles, but
this
he made a
offseason,
horrible
Peterson
throw.
needs to go shack up with
Corey
Adrian
Seager.
Gonzalez and learn how to get a professional swing
And-
because he's a lefty too, and he can teach him. Hey, you need to keep your hands back because Peterson's like here,
Yeah.
and then he goes into this motion where he brings
Yeah.
it back, and then he swings with all his might, and he misses 9 out of 10 times.
He reminds me of Curtis Granderson, Jock Peterson, a lot like a younger Curtis Granderson. I mean,
Just-
Curtis Granderson didn't find his swing until 2 years ago to actually be patient at the plate.
Have your hands back. Have a good stance. Have something.
Take the first pitch. Make
consistent.
the pitcher work.
That's what I was getting ready to say, too. Corey Seager did not take the first pitch last night, and it was there.
Oh, bases loaded, no outs.
The 84-mile-per-hour pitch, that is your hit, the pitch, and it's right down the plate. You better swing at that one. And last night we weren't, and, we waited on the accounts, and they got ahead of us in the count. We got to get Lackey and Lester and them out of the game as soon as we can. And I'm not worried about Chapman, honestly, because we can hit Chapman. We hit him in game 1. He will give up the big hit.
I mean, the Giants thought the same thing until Game 4.
And
he was throwing it body and face.
No offense to Andrew Miller, the second best reliever in this playoffs has been Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, Jansen has been an all-star.
Jansen's lights out. Jansen's the closest thing to Rivera that you will ever see again, I think, in baseball. Because this guy's huge. He strikes people out. If we can get to him, we'll be fine.
And I was worried about him after he blew that save in the first round against the Nationals, but he's come back.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So, anyway, y'all are going with the Cubbies.
I got to take the Cubs.
I honestly think
I understand.
They have an
after this
American
game,
League
it's the
lineup,
Cubs.
and they still have better starters.
Somebody
we got three good starters.
We have good starters. No offense.
Well, I
we
mean,
have
but-
good pitching.
But the thing is,
the
though,
fourth
it's
starter is not
Kershaw,
good. Rich
Hill.
Hill. I wouldn't go that far now.
No,
Rich Hill
it drops.
No, Rich Hill is
Rich-
right there, dude.
Rich Hill's what, 35 something? It's
I
been a
would go
journeyman
36.
pitcher?
I would go Rich Hill is as good as Lackey.
I mean,
But he's no Arrieta.
for what the
he's not.
Dodgers
Arrieta's
lost,
has struggled.
The Dodgers-
I wouldn't go with Arrieta at all.
But I know, but it's still Jake Arrieta.
it is Jake Arrieta.
But he has
Brandon
struggled
Cy Young
in
winner.
this
He
second
is struggled.
half.
But they didn't re-sign Zach Greinke.
No,
They
we
went
could have
and
signed
traded for
more.
Rich Hill. They
But
didn't
hold on,
add a
hold on.
bat to the lineup.
But hold
and
on. You
to
got to
be in
remember.
this position
Hold
is
on a
still
second.
pretty good.
No. You're forgetting most injuries in Major League Baseball history. Most people ever on the DL. Ever. This team is healthy now.
I don't know,
But the
man.
problem is the most injuries ever on one team.
The Mets were
This
pretty
team,
bad this year.
this team is as
the Mets
talented.
lost everybody.
Listen,
this year.
this team is as talented as the Cubs offensively. They've got the bats to win this series.
I don't know.
They
Oh,
do.
no.
I didn't
Dude,
say
The
they were as
Cubs-
good
the
as the
Cubs
Cubs.
have
Dude.
2 or 3 more
Listen,
bats. than
I didn't say they were
Dodgers.
better than Cubs, but they have as much young talent on this team as the Cubs do. With Seager, Peterson.
Don't throw
don't
Peterson
know.
in there. Peterson
I'll put Peterson there.
Seager, Gonzo.
and
I
Turner.
think Ethier is a more consistent bat. Than you
Anderson
have
Russell's not played. Addison Russell didn't show up until last night, so you can't really
You
say
got to
he's
remember
great.
the Cubs are missing one of their huge bats they haven't had, Kyle Schwarber, who was injured all year.
Kyle
Just when
Schwarber's different.
Schwarber comes back next year, the Cubs are going to be even better offensively. That's scary to say.
My point is the Dodgers are very good talent.
They're
They have
good.
a lot of talent, and there's a reason they're here. They have a good. I'm so sick of Joe Buck and John Smoltz, all with the Cubbies are so great. The Dodgers are lucky to be here.
The Cubs
Baloney. No, they are good. They're good.
No,
Greatness is when you win championships. And what
That's
have
the
they
thing.
won yet? Nothing.
NLCS
so
last
we
year-
have to stop as a society crowning people before they win
But
anything.
that's the thing.
But we
and
picked-
they're not.
The
NLCS
experts-
last year, NLCS this year, possible World Series, and they're not slowing down next year.
And they were picked
No,
from
and
the
that's fine.
beginning of the season.
But you know
to
what?
be
If you
exactly where they're at right
don't
now.
win a championship, it means nothing. It means nothing if you don't win a
but they're
championship.
close to it.
They are
You
too.
can be
They're
close.
2 games
You know
from
who
World
else was
Series.
close to it? The Buffalo Bills was close to it for 4 years in a row. Did they win? No, because they got beat
But they
by a
haven't
better
made it to
team
the
at the
World.
time.
But I'm saying, if it's the Cubs against the Indians,
I'm not writing off the Indians. I will not write the Indians off. Here's
that's
why.
That's going to be tough, though.
No,
that's going to be really
listen,
tough.
that good pitching will beat better. They will. We won 2 games with good pitching.
Teams are only as good as their next day starter. So
Exactly.
if your starter
And
is
the
dominant,
Indians
then you can
are
win.
lights out starters, man. And they're missing 2 starters.
But that's the thing behind Kershaw. Do I trust Hill like that?
But that's the thing.
Do
You
I
can't
trust
trust Rich Hill to go
Maeda?
7-8 innings. You can only trust Rich Hill to
we
go
don't need
5 or
Hill.
6.
We need Hill to go 5. If we get Hill to go 5, if we get to a game 7, and we have to let Hill go 5, we have to bring Jansen in for 3. We'll bring Kershaw in for another 2, and he will be lights out. I promise you. Because you remember Randy Johnson? You remember what he did? Kershaw's gonna do the same thing. If we go 7. If we go 7. I ain't saying we will, but
The
Well,
Dodgers-
that's
I feel
close.
like tonight is a must-win for the Dodgers. You don't want to go back to Chicago down 3-2.
That's
I know you got
anything
Kershaw going
can
for
happen
it.
in Chicago. That's the one thing. Anything will happen in Chicago. We won a game in Chicago. It's not like we got swept in Chicago.
And I know Cubs fans remember
just-
Game 6 from 2003.
People are writing the Dodgers off, and I know that's my team, but people are writing them off, and it's a shame. All right, this team we won 91 games with our best pitcher not out there for half the season. And people are saying, oh, they got luck. Really?
Well,
The Cubs only won 103. Just think about this. If we had Clayton for the other half of the season, we would have won 100 games. Maybe. We don't know. But that's
But
at least 12 more
the
games
Dodgers, not saying they got lucky, but they're in the NFC West where everybody was horrible. They played a lot of bad.
Okay, no offense. The NL Central is not that great.
still
If you
got
go,
the
listen,
Cardinals who are tough.
But who else is in the division? Who's the team in the last? Who's the
Pittsburgh.
last place team? Pittsburgh, right?
Milwaukee.
Cincinnati,
Milwaukee. Well, Milwaukee
Okay,
has talent, but
there's
they're
3.
just bad.
There's 3 teams right there. My point is, you can write. There's bad teams everywhere in baseball. All right, but the Cubs, yes, they had. You got to remember, they had a rough stretch during the season too. They were not. My point is, this team is not unbeatable.
We're not saying
All right.
that, but we're
But
saying that
They're-
if we're looking at these last 3 games, they have more talent and the better starting pitching to win 2 of the last 3.
That's the only way to
I don't
beat
know about
the
that
Cubs is what the Mets had last year. You have your ace, your second, your third, and you had a 4th guy behind it who was just as equally as capable.
But we have a great 1-2 right now in the playoffs
You
that
have
can
a-
win the game.
you have a great
1-2.
one.
No, we got a great 1-2 punch right now in the playoffs. Rich Hill.
Your
all
1-2
you can go
punch
by
was
all,
last year with
all
the
you can
Dodgers.
no
They-
all you can go us
Comparing
off.
Rich Hill to
no,
Zach
I'm not.
Greinke?
In the playoffs right now. Yes, I am. And can you disagree with that? Because look what he's done in the playoffs. He ain't got blown out in the playoffs yet. Tell me a game he's got blown out in the playoffs. Even against the Nationals, he allowed 1 run in 5 innings. Come on, I'm waiting on somebody to tell me that he's as. I mean,
He
I
had
mean,
one good
he
game
was,
against
in,
the
he was
Cubs.
in a lot of tough jams the other night. He was able to get
But he
out
got
of
out
That's
of
the
it,
thing.
right?
He's
He got
got
out of it.
he's got to
Is
go
he going to be
again.
able to consistently continue to get out of these tough
we
jams
don't
he's
know.
putting himself in?
We don't know.
And then
but
you're going to ask him to go start Game 7 if it gets to Game 7
listen,
in Chicago?
if it gets a Game 7, we will win Game 7. Here's why: anything can happen in a Game 7 with Chicago. All right, 108 years will tell you that. I'm just saying.
But that's the thing, though. They haven't experienced this since 108 years ago with this kind of a team. This is what they're saying, one of the best team the Cubs have ever had.
And the thing
No,
with the
it
Dodgers
is.
the Dodgers haven't gotten over the hump to get to the series either.
We haven't made it. We ain't won it since '88. So the point is, this team is talented, and that's my point. The Dodgers, people are writing them off, saying we ain't got no talent. We're not good enough to be here. Baloney. If Clayton Kershaw was here half the season, we would win 100 games in that bad division. But, it will be an interesting series. I can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully we win.
First pitch about, 8:10 tonight, 8:15?
It's 8 o'clock. And I don't look for us to win tonight. I don't. Let's move into do we even want to talk about college football? It's been so bad. Miami at Georgia Tech tonight. Any chance Virginia Tech wins this game?
Absolutely.
Right.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I think they win tonight, man. Brad Kaya and Mark Rick. Mark Rick does what he always does.
Never wins the big one.
Never wins the big one. Get you all hyped up. Get you all pumped. We make the top 10. You lose to Florida State, who've been giving up points like it was going out of style.
And I'm a diehard Florida State fan.
You lose.
And I didn't even like us in that game.
You lose to the North Carolina Tar Heels without their best running back. A team that allowed 40, 50. A team that got whitewashed at home. I know the conditions weren't great, but Virginia Tech smoked them.
Didn't Virginia Tech lose to Wake Forest?
They did. Or it was Syracuse. They lost at Syracuse.
They lost to Syracuse.
They lost at Syracuse. But I think they win tonight, man. 41-40.
You can give me a score on this game, right? I'll go Virginia Tech. I think they win. I don't trust Miami.
I would love I love to see. I feel the same way about the Hurricanes like I feel about Green Bay. Pain and suffering.
NC State at number 7 Louisville. We're going to get waxed. We almost beat Clemson, but
their game to win was last week.
Oh my God! Did
that damn kicker?
Did he transfer yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to transfer.
I mean, but colleges don't offer scholarships to kickers.
Right.
They bring them on walk-on. Go to the soccer team.
Right.
Who you think can kick a football? Come on. Come play for us.
Number 6, the game of the weekend is number 6 A&M at number 1 Alabama. Who wins?
Roll Tide, man. I am not picking against Jalen Hurts right now.
Ever.
That kid is unbelievable.
Yeah,
his last 2 weeks in Little Rock, in Knoxville, 5 total TDs?
Yep.
500-plus total yards from line of scrimmage in convincing fashion over 2 really good teams.
All right, I'm going with Alabama as well.
Yeah, maybe Alabama. I think that's the consensus here.
17 Arkansas at 21 Auburn.
Auburn is actually playing better, man. At Auburn, I'll take Auburn at home this weekend.
I'll take Auburn.
Auburn.
Number 2 Ohio State at Penn State. Any chance Penn State wins?
No.
There's a chance they might
State.
have the lead for a hot second.
Yeah.
And then last, Ole Miss 23 at LSU 25.
I think
Fournette.
He's still out?
I thought he was.
I thought they cleared him.
No, actually, yeah, you're right.
I'm going with the future Chicago Bear quarterback Chad Kelly, baby.
You want
Is that what
Chad
you're
Kelly?
hoping for?
I'll take him because I know Watson won't be available.
I'll take
Kelly might be too busy going out Mia Khalifa.
Yeah,
nice.
Dude, Pornhub hooking him up with a date.
But I like his swag. I like everything about him, man. He's going to be a pretty good NFL quarterback, I think.
I'll take Louisiana State University at home.
Yeah, I'm going to LSU. All right, let's go into 2 words.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya.
All right, 2 words. I just need 2 words for all these answers. Charles Barkley says he's not in NBA 2K17 because developers decline requests that retired players be paid.
Wow. Did they pay Jordan?
Jordan
good
don't
question.
do anything for free.
Yeah.
You should know that.
Well,
Jordan gets money.
Well, remember in the old NBA lives, Jordan was never on them.
Yeah, because
That's true.
It was like player 99 or something.
Yep.
That he
No,
was.
they would actually put 23, but it would just say player.
Yeah, just
Player.
the,
And it'd be like a white guy in
the black
23 jersey.
little shadow.
2 words for that. Not mad. Get your money, Charles. They want to use your likeness. You should get paid.
He needs to pay for his Taco Bell.
Right? He got
The box that
next-
rocks.
needs to pay for more golf lessons.
And that goes to my 2 words: get paid.
Get paid.
Get paid.
You got any? Or did you already put yours out there?
Yeah, get paid. He needs to pay for his
Get paid.
Taco Bell.
Golf lessons. There you go. Knicks Derrick Rose cleared of all charges in sexual assault silver trial.
Gold digger. Watch out for them. They'll take your money in times of need.
Training camp.
Friend.
Get the training camp, dude. There's my 2.
No endorsements.
No endorsements.
That might be done.
Hey, this is your great point guard, man, for your Knicks.
Who are you talking about?
The simulation of him running down the sideline and getting hurt with nobody touching him.
In NBA 2K17, that was great.
That was
Yeah, him getting
unbelievable.
injured already, and nobody
Oh,
touched him.
Yeah,
rolling up under Carmelo Anthony and Melo looking at
And
him
Melo Anthony with the ashy knees,
Ashy knees.
who were watching it.
Man, I don't care.
All right. Several coaches suspect Chip Kelly to try to return college football before his stock bottoms out.
No, duh. He should have went back last year.
So what?
Go home.
Exactly. NC State. I can see it now. Chip Kelly, NC State. I don't care. I don't care.
He's going right up the road to Oregon. He's
No,
gonna stay in
go
the
to
Pac-
NC State. Come to Raleigh, North Carolina. We need a coach.
You don't want to live in Raleigh.
I don't care if he wants to live there. I don't have to live with him. I just need a good coach in NC State. I'm trying to get these coaches. I'm Les Miles. I
You
don't
like
care.
Dave Zorn?
No, Dave Doran.
Zorn?
Yeah, he's not doing anything, man.
Zorn is that new
Doran's
anime
Zorn.
cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is. That's funny, by the way. Penn State defensive end Evan Schwann implies J.T. Barrett is his third best Ohio State quarterback he's faced. Braxton was the best.
Chalkboard material.
He took mine.
JT Barrett's going to come out and try to put up 8 touchdowns on you guys.
Yeah. Bulletin board. Bulletin board.
I didn't even hear the question. What was it?
Penn State defensive end implies J.T. Barrett is third best Ohio State quarterback he's faced. Braxton Miller was the best.
Who was second?
Crazy?
That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, who? It doesn't
Who's
matter.
number two?
Haven't they been beating that ass
Cardale
every
Jones?
year?
Don't matter.
Cardale Jones, I guess, the second.
They've been beating that ass. It don't matter who Ohio State plays at
Since the
quarterback.
days of Kirk Herbstreit.
Right?
I'm telling
It was
you.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Penn State butt whooping this weekend. That's all I know. Jets starting Geno Smith at quarterback.
No! We don't want to go there.
Has anybody got one? For Geno?
Picks galore.
Broke jaw. Glass Joe.
Watch out for IKEA.
Is he still out there?
I don't know, but I just watch out for him to show up somewhere.
Then just go sign him just for this week when Gino shows up.
Did he pay that man his money?
No, you know
I
he
still
didn't.
ain't paid him.
Did he pay that man his money?
Jack Reacher movie coming out this week.
We'll download.
We'll watch.
Bootleg.
I actually like the first Jack Reacher movie for some odd reason.
It was good.
I like it too.
yeah.
All right. Another Tom Cruise movie. Early voting started today.
Go vote.
Yep.
Important decisions that need to be made for our country.
Go vote. Yeah, I'll go with that too because this might be the most important one.
Respect other people.
Vote Flair.
Right in.
I'll take Flair.
Nature boy.
I'll take Nate.
Respect other people.
Can we just fast forward to 2020 and so Kanye West can go ahead and run?
No, please,
We
God, no.
need Mr. West.
No, we don't.
Wake up,
No, we
Mr.
don't.
West.
No,
He
we don't.
can't even budget his own
Yeah,
money.
no, hell no. Oh, hell no.
$53 million in
You
debt
don't
or
want Kim
something?
Kardashian as your
No.
first lady?
No. Oh, bon voyage. You know what that is. Time for the ending of the show. You got any bon voyages?
As always, to this week's episode of BSS Carolina, thank you for tuning in. Always check out our shows, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check out the website, breakdownsportshow.com. You can follow BSS Carolinas on Twitter.
Snapchat.
Add us on Snap. We don't snap that much, but if you add us, we might start snapping.
Yeah, our intern, Julio, doesn't. He's learned Snapchat right now.
Okay. Would it help if we had a pretty young assistant doing the Snapchat, taking the pictures, showing her face?
I might come back here more often.
I might be able to do. I'll see what I can do.
I think
Julio, Stephanie was pretty good at
we need to get
social media.
We need to get Steph G back in the mix.
Yeah.
Y'all love her.
She was good. All right. Anything y'all want to say goodbye to?
No, not really.
Right.
I just want to thank everybody for listening to my horrible voice.
Thank y'all for being here, by the way. We appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. I plan to.
Y'all are welcome anytime y'all want to come, man.
Oh, yeah,
I always try when I can get some time off.
I'll definitely be back.
That would be awesome. Vincent Jackson of the Bucks is on IR. Falcons put Derek Shelby on IR. Falcons cut safety Deshaun Goldson. Marvin Williams out the rest of the preseason for the Hornets. Dolphins safety Rashad Jones out for the season due to his shoulder injury. That's a big loss. Big Ben's out 4 to 6 weeks. And Eddie Lacy goes on IR today.
That's sloppy.
Man, if you got Antonio Brown, that's going to suck so much because we remember what happened last year.
I got him.
Landry Jones is not the answer.
That Beckham Jr. for Brown trade was looking
Pittsburgh,
good.
here's a thought. Go call Chicago, and ask them for the availability.
No,
of Jay Cutler.
I got one better. Call Dallas. We'll trade you Romo for like 5 picks.
And Jay Cutler's still
Jay Cutler,
a starter. In
if
this
Jay
league.
Cutler can't throw the ball to Antonio Brown, something ain't right. With Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, you can't do that. We know Landry Jones can't do that because he sucks.
I don't know. He couldn't throw it to Alshon Jeffrey. What makes you think he can throw it to Antonio Brown?
Alshon Jeffrey ain't Antonio Brown.
I would rather see Romo get.
Alshon's a big target, though.
Alshon was better when Brandon was the number 1 receiver and he was the number 2. Alshon ain't the number 1.
Cutler's always
and don't forget Bennett
with small receivers.
And
that's where all his picks comes from, throwing to smaller receivers and trying to get into the numbers. I hate that about.
Don't forget Martellus Bennett was there as well, so they had 3 options. All right. Anyway, I'm Rocky. Of course, BBB over there's got some final words.
Side piece, and always, sports is life.
And you can catch us everywhere. See you later.